What's up? It's your boy Terrell coming at you on this nice, beautiful, sunny day. Gonna take it in a different direction today. Talk about politics today. We'll get to that. We will get to that. Uh, no football talk. We are in the height of baseball season. But I'm not gonna talk about that. What am I gonna talk about? Let's talk about Game of Thrones. What's on everybody's mind? The upcoming episode. The episode that's been building for the last year and a half or so. The Battle of Bastards, Episode 9, Game of Thrones, Season 6. We, are at the big episode. Game of Thrones, this series has spent 30% of the overall budget on this one particular episode, which kind of lets us know this Battle of Bastards is going to have major effects, settle major questions between the combatants. Who are the combatants? We have Jon Snow, former Bastard of Winterfell, went off to the Night's Watch, went to Castle Black, became the Lord Commander, was killed off by mutiny, brought back to life, by Melisandre of the Rolar religion, who, Sal's is the Lord of Light, and she believes he's Azor Ahai, coming to stop the long night. Who do we have on the other side? We have Ramsay Bolton, crazy bastard, who's into torture and all type of sick shit like rape and all the other stuff that pour fuel on the fire to lead to this great battle. This great battle in the snow. So let's get to it. Let's get to some of the advantages and disadvantages on both sides as a preview going into the battle. Ramsay Bolton, he has an advantage. He's on his home soil, so to speak. He has home court advantage, even though Winterfell belongs to the Starks. He's able to set the battlefield in a way to kind of play off the Wildlings army, knowing, kind of the land, how to set things up, and setting up his next move. So in that, he has an advantage, and it shows in the previews and many of the showrunners, the things that were leaked show that he burned 6 crosses leading into the battle to gain a psyops advantage on the Jon and his forces, the Wildlings, and House. The different houses, Mormont, and some of the smaller houses that, band together, and they're still short men, but, they're pushing forward. So he's gaining a psychological advantage. The battlefield is already littered with bodies from, I guess, the previous war and just the people he's killed off. So what's going to be seen is the Wildlings charging onto Winterfell, and the bodies are stacked up, creating a pit. So I understand kind of like through the showrunners and some of the advanced information I got. And as they send through this pit of fighting, they'll be met with shields, from the Bolton men. So clearly, Ramsay's already kind of maneuvering Jon's forces in a way to kind of take the energy off the charge. So once they get up to the shields, they won't be able to break that first line in the warfare. So that's a definite advantage that Ramsay has going into this battle, being able to set the battle up in a way, take advantage of the psychological, warfare, psyops, part of warfare, and that gives him an advantage. But the advantage that Jon has is he has a lighter force. They've been through some things. I mean, Hardhome and some of the episodes before that, they've been through some things, being able to fight multiple, combatants. So, they have that sort of advantage. And the advantage of the letter that was sent from Sansa to probably the Eyrie. So look for them to, come into the fray toward the end of the battle. But at the initial outset, the Wildlings will take plenty of casualties in the battle. If help doesn't arrive, then Jon will lose. But help arrives, look for Jon Snow to win. And this battle is, it's interesting. The Boltons, they have one thing to worry about. They're defending one position. Tell me what you think, how, kind of the battle's going to show up. But it's going to be lots of things in this episode, lots of excitement. But Jon winning with Sansa, how are they going to govern with probably Littlefinger helping out? So that sets up another set of problems for them. They're not fighting for one purpose. And we saw that, in the past episodes with Catelyn and her son Robb, where, the Bannermen were fighting for different purposes. She was fighting to get the daughters back. So, you know, Game of Thrones, it's revisiting some of those past themes of, you know, why are we fighting sort of thing. But the Battle of Bastards looks to be epic. I'm going to tune in. Hope everybody tunes in. Tell me what you think. Let's talk afterwards, after the show's over. Goodbye.